So with Saturday night's main event just around the corner in just a couple of days, of course, this weekend on Saturday, of course, is in the name, I decided probably to do a little prediction video. I normally haven't really done prediction videos for the Saturday night main event shows because I just haven't really. But mostly just this one in particular, I mostly just wanted to do it because kind of wanted to do some sort of wrestling WWE video this week because, of course, I've been a lot of really football videos happening and all that, and mostly just wanted to do that, but also because probably going to try to do a live stream Saturday night for this event, kind of mostly just because LSU doesn't play this weekend. They don't play on Saturday because it will be a bye week for them this upcoming Saturday, so maybe try to Saturday night. It really will just depend on how I feel and depend on like what the rest of the day looks after I'm done with work, because I do work on that day, and we'll just see how I feel after and all that. So probably, but just wanted to kind of do a little bit of prediction video. Probably not going to be a long prediction video, only 4 matches for this event, but knowing that this is WWE, of course we know that SmackDown is before the event. Maybe a new match will eke in by the end. But we're going to go over the 4 matches, give you guys my predictions and all this other great stuff as well that I will probably go over with these matches. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before we get onto the video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit notification bell for future upcoming videos here on the channel. If you guys haven't or are new to the BrewCrew channel, definitely do that. Also, if you guys end up enjoying this video, hit that like button as well. Definitely would appreciate it as well. Now let's go ahead and get into some Saturday night's main event predictions. So the first matchup we're going to go over is the women's championship match, the WWE Women's Championship, as Tiffany Stratton defends against Jade Cargill in a rematch from their match at SummerSlam. Now officially with Jade Cargill turning heel. She apparently has now officially turned heel on SmackDown. And apparently with her attacking Tiffany Stratton apparently did have a little bit of an injury, so it doesn't look anything too serious, because then a little bit after that, this match was then announced. So this is definitely, I don't know, so these matches are going to kind of be weird for me to predict because I really don't know who I would want really to win. But like looking at these matches and kind of thinking more before making this video, I kind of want to go with these people's. And mostly, firstly, for this match, I think they could go the route of Jade Cargill. And I want them to go the route of Jade Cargill because I thought when they did the match at SummerSlam, I thought they were going to have Jade Cargill win, but then she, of course, ended up losing, and sort of a shocker for me, and a really good match at SummerSlam. But hopefully that still happens. I mean, I haven't hated the reign that Tiffany Stratton has had. She's had an amazing year, an amazing reign as women's champion, but it's definitely getting to a point, especially with her reign, and it's always sometimes like this with longer reigns like this, that it gets to a point, especially when fans themselves are sort of getting tired of a reign. And I've been seeing a little bit of that with Tiffany Stratton's reign, and I really hope this actually will be the night they pull the trigger, because then it's actually just going to ask the question of like, what are they going to do if they have her retain? So I would really like to see her finally become women's champion. Now her technically being turned as a heel now, as she was technically having a babyface role. She now potentially is the heel. I think this could be a big opportunity for her to win the title here. So to not be much longer on this one, I'm going to have Jade Cargill winning this match and becoming your new women's champion. The next match is another match that was just actually announced earlier this week on Monday Night Raw, and that, of course, is the match for the Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat match with Dominic Mysterio, Penta, and Rusev. This match was, of course, made official when the #1 contenders match between Penta and Rusev was interrupted by El Grande Americano and the other Americanos. If you are watching Raw, you know what I'm talking about. Mostly helping out Dominic Mysterio, because there's sort of the alliance thing there with Americano and Dominic Mysterio. Adam Pearce, of course, knowing that Dominic was behind that, so he didn't have a #1 contender to face potentially for tonight, now has to defend the title in a triple threat match. And this is another one that can go either 2 ways. Either they could continue the reign for Dominic Mysterio as Intercontinental Champion after tonight, or they can shockingly pull the trigger either finally on Penta or finally on Rusev. But really, I don't see that happening, because I don't know if Saturday night's main event is the right place for that to happen, because I think there's a lot more that they can do with Dominic Mysterio's reign. As much as I am a little bit back and forth with it, where like I'm kind of getting to a point where I want to see a new champion, but I want to see more with Dominic Mysterio a little bit. So honestly, I'm going to lean more to wanting to see more of Dominic Mysterio as Intercontinental Champion. So I actually would, mostly with that saying, I'm going to have him retaining the championship. I do believe it could be one of the two guys in this match with him that maybe down the road that could take the title away from Dominic Mysterio down the road. But I don't think tonight or this show will be the show. But anyway, again, I have Dominic Mysterio retaining and still being your Intercontinental Champion. Next is one of the World Championship matches. Now, I do not know if this will be the main event, but I want to actually start off with this one that is actually, could be interesting, could main event. I didn't know which one to start off with or whatever, but I'm going to start off with the WWE Championship between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Undisputed Championship in a rematch from WrestlePalooza. This was technically, I remember hearing that this was supposed to be scheduled for, I believe, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. I think that they were going to do something like that. But then somehow Jacob Fatu was secretly attacked. People think it was Drew McIntyre. People even think it might have been Cody Rhodes. There's apparently people saying that there's hints of Cody Rhodes turning heel. I haven't really been watching a lot of SmackDown because I've been kind of busy on Friday nights a little bit, so I haven't been able to watch a lot of SmackDown, but I have been seeing this stuff and seeing that there is what, I can't even say the freaking word, of Cody Rhodes potentially getting to that point of turning heel, which is something that fans have been saying that could happen. But all in all, a lot of people are saying this is kind of the situation with the Tiffany and Jade Cargill match a little bit. People are wanting Drew McIntyre to finally be champion, mostly because they want him to finally be champion and have a long reign as champion in front of a crowd. Because remember, with 2020 and 2021, the Thunderdome era and all that, and we know what happened at WrestleMania 40. So hopefully tonight could be the night, and honestly, I think that could be. So I am going to lean more towards Drew McIntyre winning. But I will honestly not be shocked if they continue with Cody Rhodes. But then the question is like, what do they have after this? Because we just don't know. But anyway, just to not make it too much longer, I'm gonna say Drew McIntyre wins, becomes champion, and then maybe something happens after the match. I don't know what, but I feel like something will. I'm just now realizing that So if you saw me freak out towards the end of that, and I just cut this or whatever, it's because I realized that, sorry if this sounds, this is my microphone that I use for these videos. This wasn't, this was not plugged in to my phone. Sorry if you're hearing a lot of noise. I was picking that up. It was not plugged into my phone. And so if the first half of this video you're watching, you got to this point and the audio sounds different, because I was using technically my phone microphone, or the microphone that's on my phone, you know, when you record. So the audio sounds different. That's mostly why. I'll probably put up something at the beginning of the video. But anyway, I mostly left off in the middle of talking about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, mostly towards the end, when I was saying I would like to see Drew McIntyre win the WWE Championship, but I feel like they're not going to go that route. And yeah, and I think they might do Cody still as champion. So there's probably still going to be that, but yeah, I want to see Drew McIntyre win, because I do want to see Drew McIntyre as world champion, but I feel like that's not going to happen. I feel like they're going to go with like Cody Rhodes retaining, but we'll see. And maybe something after the match could happen, but we'll just have to see. Next match is the other World Championship match that, of course, could be the main event, and it's the vacant World Heavyweight Championship match between CM Punk and Jey Uso. Of course, as you guys do know, that Seth Rollins was supposed to face CM Punk one-on-one, but of course, his shoulder injury that he suffered in the Crown Jewel match against Cody Rhodes, and then, of course, the out-of-nowhere attack and betrayal by the Vision, by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, definitely, of course, would sideline him and sadly would have to vacate the World Championship, then leading to this matchup, of course, between CM Punk and Jey Uso, with Jey, of course, winning a Battle Royal. Of course, not a lot of fans are happy because apparently just not a lot of fans are fans of Jey Uso. Now, I, of course, not one of the biggest Jey Uso fans, but I actually like Jey Uso. I enjoy Jey Uso and all that. And I like this new little thing that they're trying to do of him kind of like turning, like, not away from it, but kind of being more serious a little bit, but still wanting to be the baby face, but just wants to be serious at it. And I feel like some sort of heel turn is coming, maybe. But then, of course, this leads into a big question: who do I have winning this? And it's definitely an interesting way because definitely you want to say Jey Uso, or some people want to say Jey Uso because they want to see Jey Uso as world champion again. They want to see if he can have a longer reign. But then there's a lot of people who want to see CM Punk because they want to see him have a reign as world champion. So it can go either way. So this match actually might be a match where I say I don't know who I have winning. But really, actually, I am actually leaning more towards CM Punk because I feel like CM Punk's the right decision, because I don't think it's just time yet for Jey Uso to maybe have another sort of world title run in him. I feel like CM Punk could do it, but then of course it leads to the question for whoever wins: what do they have after? What do they have for a Survivor Series? What do they have for the WrestleMania season and all that, with Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and WrestleMania? What do they have in store, since there was a whole different plan when Seth Rollins was champion, and now you have to vacate that title off of him, and now you have to put a new champion. So, like, there is that. I'm so sorry if you hear my mom. I told her that I was recording, and so sorry if you hear stuff in the background. But it's sort of either way. But I'm gonna lean towards more CM Punk because I feel like it's right for CM Punk, though, because I feel like they have a better look of what to do if CM Punk wins, you know. But CM Punk is my final prediction for this World Championship match. So, I didn't know how long this video would be. Probably kind of knew it might have been over 10 minutes or so. Also want to say, if you see like the lighting change, because I don't have my light on and it's the window and it's getting dark a little bit as I'm recording this, it was also because like I ended up actually being on the phone with my girlfriend right as I found out about my microphone situation. So I was either going to just like re-record the whole thing and just use my microphone, and then I was just like, you know what, instead of me doing that, because I just didn't want to go through the hassle, couldn't freaking say the word, the hassle of recording the whole video and going over all the matches again. I was just like, you know what, just plug the microphone in and just have the rest of the video with the microphone audio, and the previous like half, the other half, first half of this video just be from my phone microphone, you know. So, but anyway, that of course is my predictions. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys' predictions are for this upcoming show. Again, might try to do a live stream, don't know, it just depends on how the day is and all that, but I'll let you guys know on my X account, or even on my Instagram as well. If you guys are not following those, definitely go do that. The links to both are in the description below, so definitely go do that. But to not make this video any much longer, again, let me know in the comments down below you guys' predictions, who you think's going to win, who you think's going to walk out as champions, who you think's going to retain, all that other stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, with everything out of the way, if you guys did end up enjoying this video, as always, let me do that. If you guys did enjoy this video, as always, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for future upcoming videos here on the BrewCrew channel. And with everything out of the way, and done with this video, hope you guys have an amazing, blessed day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.